Welcome to Ero F5 Season 6 Round 11 Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. That was heavily butchered because I just cannot pronounce Italian names. But we are now into short qualifying, waiting for some of the drivers to come out. Get this menu ready. Looks like some of the first cars are going to come out. The Haas of Andreas. So we've got, leading the standings is Jericho on 112 points, 25 points ahead of JD Bailey in second, and a very close fight for third, it looks like, between a good couple of drivers. Filippo's up there, only 6 points behind Bailey, actually, maybe 10 it looks like. And then Stevie as well, only 4 points behind JD Bailey in the championship. So we shall see what happens in the race. Only 10 drivers though, so guaranteed points, hopefully, for everyone. So we shall see. Go on board, probably Energy Jet. He's probably going to be first across the line. Andreas really following behind. Let's put some telemetry on. What is my guesses for pole? I would say, I've won a 13.9 in TT. These guys use assists, so I'm going to assume mid to high 14s maybe. I think pole time would be. Could be wrong, but we will see. It looks like Stevie's on mediums on his way out of the pit. Everyone else on softs. So we shall see what happens. They just left the session for some odd reason. So, down the start finish line, Energy Jet starts his lap. Going down into turn 1, which is an odd kink in the corner, down to Variante Tamburello, turn 2, 3, and 4. Be careful of those yellow sausage curbs, can really hurt your car and offset your car. Into the hard corners of 5 and 6, takes a quick shift down to 5th gear, into Tosa hairpin now, uphill. Not too much on the outside curb. Uphill into Piratella now, turn 9. Will he invalidate, keep it on the track? He kept it on the track. Downhill now into Aqua Minerale, uphill corner, very hard corner on the track. Keeps it on track well. Through the 14-15 chicane, over these yellow bumps. Can he keep it on track? He does, keep it well within track limits. Slowly downhill now into turn 16 and Rivazza 17-18. Takes the outside curb, bit of the inside curb. Safe within track limits. Really using the exit curb out of 18. Open DRS across the line. He goes 1:15.0, and that is a quick time to start the lap. Andreas didn't validate, I think, final corner there. Who else is out on laps? Mexican Alpine is going to cross the line next. Oh wait, he's on an out lap. So it looks like Sweet Blues. Looks like the next driver across the line. JD Bailey at 15.8, so Energy Jet 8 tenths ahead of his teammate in AlphaTauri. Sweet Blues does slow down, so it doesn't look like he's on a fast lap. Villeneuve in the Ferrari. Looks like on a good lap. Never mind. Filippo in the Mercedes now. Is he on a push lap? He is using a lot of the outside curb. Slightly misses the apex. Shortest distance straight to the line now. Opens DRS and he goes a 15.2. So I don't know what happened to JD Bailey's lap. I think it was a slow lap. But looks like he's went purple. He's up a 10th. But nowhere near his teammate Energy Jet. But looks like Energy Jet, he's invalidated. Let's look back on AlphaTauri, JD Bailey through 17, 18 now. Can he keep it within track limits? He can, and he will. Shortest distance to the line. He's run out of ERS towards the line though. Will he go? Only a 15.6, so he's not within the pace for one of our championship leaders. Half the grid's on in the pits right now. Mats in the Alpine. Going through Rivazza now. Looks like he's on a somewhat fast lap. Well, we won't know until he gets across the line. Taking good corners through there on apexes, straight lines. only 15.7. So energy jet in a world of zone with Filippo 2/10 behind. But Filippo maybe is on another push lap. I don't think he is. He's not using any ERS. He's on a push lap. Stevie, I think, is on another push lap, but he's run out of ERS though. Going through Vatsa now. Using a lot of the extra curb to get as much speed as you can. Hits the bollard across the line. A 16.1 doesn't improve. He is on the medium tire, so I do expect him to go faster later on in the race. I'm going to assume JDB is going to pit now. Mats is not on a push lap. He's not using any ERS. So, who's the next driver across the line? I think it'll probably be Xhaka. And Deezer out. Watch a lap with Deezer. Our championship leader. Anything could happen. If he DNFs this race and JD Bailey wins, they're both tied for the championship. So we shall see what happens. I don't think anyone else is going to push lap. Yeah, he's going to pit. He's got no ERS. So let's watch the Xhaka. Going down the start-finish straight now. Opens DRS. Into the weird turn 1 kink. Going as fast as he can. Going up to 197 miles per hour. Down into turns 2, 3 and 4. Across the yellow bumps. Very heavily across the yellow bumps. Yellow flags out in sector 1. Looks like it's a Haas. Maybe a Ferrari out there. Through 5 and 6. Up toast the hairpin now. 24. Oh, he's invalidated. So let's see what Deezer can do. Deezer's on the outlap. Yeah, Xhaka's invalidated. Sweet Blues might be on a fast lap now. Through 5-6. Keeping well out of those yellow curbs. A bit wide through Tosa. Uphill now. Into turn 8 and turn 9 at Piratello. He's gonna watch how he doesn't invalidate. Yellow flags again in sector 1. Looks like a slow Alpha Tauri. Downhill. Into hard uphill now. Brakes. Missed the apex a bit. Does keep it on track limits, so let's see a split time. He does go a 50.6. I don't know what Energy Jet's time was. That's an invalidation and a half right there. Going over the yellow curbs. Xhaka starting his lap again. On board with him right now. So through turn 1. Into Variante Tamburello. Turns 2, 3 and 4. Better over those curves this time. Flat out, turn 4 into hardest corners in my opinion, 5 and 6. Stays out of those yellow bumps. Into turn 7 now. Going uphill, slightly missing the apex, but uses a lot of the track on the outside. Uphill now into a small kink, into a downhill fast left-hander. A bit wide into the apex. Downhill now. Clips the apex beautifully, goes uphill. 50.4. So this is a quick lap. Does he invalidate? No, he is wide. He did lose the back end a bit. He does keep his lap not invalidated, so we shall see how quick he goes here. Go over all of the curves, hitting the bumps a bit on the inside by the looks of things. Going across the line now, he goes. Only a 15.9. What does his teammate do? Oops, wrong button. Still no time. I don't know what's happening. Does he have a time? Weirdly, he's got no times. Okay. So I don't know what his sector times are, but through 5-6. Over those yellow bumps, he's invalidated. So who's on a quick lap? Andreas in the Haas. Going across the line. Opens the ERS a bit late. He's got no ERS. Only P7 behind Stevie. Filippo's invalidated lap. Is Xhaka going for another quick lap? I think he has. He won a 50.2 the first time. Or 50.4, sorry. And he does improve. He takes turn 15 a lot cleaner, but he does lose the back end a bit. He's going to lose some time through their yellow flags in turn 18 now. I think it's just a slow Alpine taking these curbs. Shortens the distance now. He will run out of ERS by the end of the lap, but it wouldn't matter much as the line comes up quickly. It's only a 15.5. Energy Jet has put some drugs in that AlphaTauri to be a 15.0. JD Bealey does improve to a 15.2. We did miss out on that. Who's next across the line? Andreas 3/10 up with a 50.8. He is a couple tenths off JD Bealey. I'm just using him as a marker. Through 17 now. Doesn't use much extra curb. And through 18. Straight lines. Oh, he does pit. Okay, so he was up on his time. JD Bealey's pitting. Andreas invalidated. Maybe Matt, I think, is the next clean lap. He is 2 tenths down on his previous personal best. Downhill. Turn 17. Will he use much as inside curb? Not much. He does use a lot of the extra curb to get the best line through here. Takes 18 beautifully. And he does pit. He was down in his time, so he took the smart decision to pit. I think he just did cut that corner, but it won't matter too much. I'm gonna check split times of Energy Jet because it's a quick first sector. So 24.2, and then he goes 50.0 middle sector. So 50.0, I think that's where JD Bealey's losing his time because he's 2 tenths down on Energy Jet in the middle sector. Then who's on the lap? Stevie looks like he's on softs now, so he's gonna improve. A 50.3, so puts him P4. So the top 2 to 4 are relatively close in times. Deezer's on the lap. I don't know why he's not getting any time for some odd reason. Yeah, I don't know. He's probably desynced maybe. But that is a good time. He did set a purple first sector by 2 tenths in the first sector by Stevie. He does get a wiggly back end. Let's see if he can improve much. Down into Piratella now. Uphill, does miss the apex slightly, does keep it on track. Into turn 14, 15 over the yellow curbs. Bumpy, but he does make it through very cleanly. Downhill into Ravazza 17 and 18. He has no ERS though towards the end of the lap, so he's going to lose a bit of time. Uses a lot of exit curb. On both exits, does use the back end a bit. Takes the shortest distance across the line. He does go only a 15.2. So I think his lack of ERS towards the end of the lap did really hurt him because he was 2 tenths up, which was enough to be ahead of Energy Jet, but sadly not. I think Shaka's on an out lap. No, Deezer finally sets a lap. It just updated, but he's in the middle of the track right now. Okay. So yeah, Sweet Blues and Villeneuve, who is P3 in the championship, I think, is not. Yeah, Villeneuve P3, only 1 point behind JD Bealey, has not set a lap time yet. With only 3 minutes left of the qualifying session, I think Energy Jet might set another lap here to maybe dip under the 115s. We shall see. Okay, so it looks like Shaka's going to start his lap now. Across the start finish line. Across the start finish line now into the turn 2. Over the yellow bumps. Very hard to across the yellow bumps. Does offset the car a bit. Turn 5 and 6. How quick can he take these? Takes it beautifully, using a lot of the extra curb, which is nice, into towards the hairpin. Uphill. Going quick, he does have a car ahead of him. He does have a Mercedes and Filippo ahead of him. Downhill to Pertal. Can he keep it on track? He does keep it on track. Downhill now into the double right-hander. Right, an uphill. Does hit the apex beautifully. What time does he go? Only a 50.2, so he is still 2/10 off JD Bailey, who is currently first. I think that is him as well. Downhill now into Tosa or Ravazza, 17-18. Where can he put this car? Using a lot of extra curbs. Shortest distance to the line. Will he go with 15-0? Only a 15-2 again. So, very close battle. 4 drivers into the 15-2s. Yeah, so it looks like Energy Jet is currently on his out lap now. JD Bailey is starting his proper lap. Across the yellow bumps. I do want to keep sector times up, so I do want to see. I think it was a 24-2 was the first sector by Energy Jet. Into the last 1 minute now. A 24-2, so he is he's on the same time, maybe up on Energy Jet, who is in first. This is him right now behind. Going down into turn 5 and 6. Let's see, a 24-2 is currently his fastest first sector split. He goes a 24-2 as well, but I think JD Bailey is slightly ahead. Going into the chicane now of JD Bailey. Across those humps as hard as he can. Going downhill, I missed the split time he went. Piratella, he keeps it on track. Going downhill, double right-hander, fast right. Do want to stay on board with JD Bailey. Is he up? I think he's 3/10 up. I think he's going to go a 14-9 if this is a clean last sector. Opens DRS across the line. It's a 14-7 by JD Bailey. Energy Jet, what can he go? He's currently 2/10 up. Is it enough to pass his teammate JD Bailey in first across the last 2 corners now? How quick can he go? Hits the apex beautifully, uses all the extra curve and going straight down in to the line. He goes a 14-6. So they are both a 10th within each other, the top 2. I think Energy Jet's got that with 20 seconds left of the race remaining. Who else on the outlap? Filippo. Let's see what he can go. A 50.2, so he is only 2/10 out of Energy Jet and Bailey's time. But the 2 teammates at AlphaTauri, he's locking out the front row. I think it will be. Just retired from the session, so he's not going to go and set another lap. I think that's JD Bailey done as well. Filippo going into the final corner now to go across the line. Villeneuve starting P10, who was third in the championship battle. A 15-1 by Filippo puts him into P3, puts Shaka down into P4. Stevie looks like he's on his final lap uphill now. Going as quick as he can into the chicane. A 49.7. I think he's up on Energy Jet's time. I'm not sure about that. I think he could be on course to maybe knock JD Bailey down a place. Maybe even pole if he's quick enough. This might be a sub 15 if he can hook the last part of the lap together. Using all the extra curve. Shortest distance straight to the line now. A 15-0 by Stevie puts in P3. Filippo gets knocked down to P4. CV Deezer invalidates Andres into the pits now. So I think that is the end of qualifying. So Energy Jet and JD Bailey in the both AlphaTauris lock out the front row with the Ferrari of Stevie in P3. Filippo P4, our championship leader P5, Matt P6, Sweet Blues P7, Deezer P8, Andres P9, and our championship, or not our championship leader, third in the championship, Villeneuve starting P10. But with only 10 drivers, everyone can score points here, so we shall see what happens in the race. I hope there's rain maybe. We will see, but yeah. Okay, I just got an update. No rain predicted in the race, so it looks like everyone will start on soft tires. I will wonder what tires everyone will be going for. I don't know why. I think CVD's thing I might be bugged this race because the CVD's I think is just decent. I think he's decent the whole time. Not sure though. Oh, no. Oh yeah, he just left. Okay. So that is currently rounds out the top 10. Everyone's up for points. I think everyone has scored points already. But we shall see. So Energy Jet with a 14.6, JD Bailey 14.7, both Alpha Tires lock in the front row, Ferrari Stevie, Filippo from the Mercedes, Championship leader P5, Mats, Sweet Blues, Deezer, P6, 7, 8, and then the final row is Andres and Villeneuve in the Ferrari. So predicted pit stop strategy is soft until lap 11, 12, and then hard if you're doing a one-stop strategy. I am curious what these drivers are going to go for, because in my practice runs at least, I'm not sure if the mediums can last, what, 20, maybe 18 laps if you push the softs out as far as you can. I think we'll keep the tires up, we'll keep telemetry up. Yeah, so let's see what these drivers go for. So Energy Jet JD Bailey, I think we'll be fighting off in this start. Let's see what the setups go for. I think, will people go for higher down for setups or lower just for the straight line speed? But we shall see. When we start, Villeneuve looks like he's starting on the medium compound tires. He did give himself a free tire choice for not setting a time. So I think he will be taking those mediums until probably lap 16, maybe 14, 15, and then we'll stick on a set of hard compound tires till the end of the race. But in terms of Shaka, he is currently down in P5 with Energy Jet in P1. Energy Jet currently in the championship is P9, so Jacob could be on for a third race win here if he does win. Shaka also on for a third race win, or can JD Bailey get his first win? We shall see. They're both AlphaTauris have locked out the front row. We will be seeing the grid about to start soon. Everyone's going to line up for the grid, and we will set everyone off. Everyone's starting the race now, and it's bugging all over the place. 3, 4, 5. It's lights out, and away we go. JD Bailey gets a good start. Energy Jets gets a better start as well. Going into turn 1 now, everyone fighting in the midfield for some points. Mercedes on the grass with Filippo there. Stevie into P3. What is the first two people like? Everyone's trying to get past the first corner pretty quickly. JD Bailey currently P2, Energy Jet leading in the first corner. The Ferrari already dropping back behind the two AlphaTauris. Filippo behind the Ferrari now. Looks like everyone's kept practically same position. I think Matt's dropped on a couple places, so has Deezer. Deezer's currently ghosted, so I think he is currently desync in the session. Top 5 have kept the same. Andres did go from P9 to P6, so he has gained 3 places ahead of Sweet Blues, Mats and Deezer. Villeneuve finally goes through Deezer. Villeneuve gets through Deezer, going into turns 14 and 15 now on the chicane. But currently lead Energy Jet and JD Bailey in a league of their own right now. Stevie and the Ferrari only 1.7 seconds behind by the end of the first lap. Filippo 2 seconds behind him. I think we'll be looking for a move down into 17, 18. That Mercedes getting close to Ferrari. So is Shaka behind the Mercedes. Will we see him move it down into turn 1? He's right on the back of that Mercedes, using all of his ERS. Energy Jet with the fastest lap with 19.7. My voice is going. But why is this camera so delayed? We see Shaka go into the first corner. He will stay behind. It hits those curbs very hard. Surprisingly not spinning the car. Filippo, Stevie's trying to keep up with the leaders, but it doesn't look like he can. Filippo's trying to keep up with Stevie, but Shaka's trying to get ahead of Filippo. Down in the toaster, will he go for the move? No, he will not. Backside of it, luckily avoiding the crash. Andres going up into Piratelli now behind, watching this fight of Shaka and Filippo. Sweeper's behind him. So downhill now. Our championship leader is getting close to the back of the Mercedes. All he is seeing is the Ineos of the rear wing. Can he maybe set up a move when DRS does open? He gets super. Oh, and he makes the pass, and they make a bit of contact. Filippo was very slow into that corner. I'm not sure if there's any damage between the pair, but it doesn't look like there is, because Shaka seems to be going well. We'll see through this corner if he does have damage. He has gone wide, so I think he might have a bit of damage. He's understeering wide. Does he go in the pits? He does not, so I don't think he has any damage. But a bit of contact there as Filippo was slow, maybe went wide. So DRS now enabled. But because of that fight, Stevie's managed to pull away off DRS range of our championship leaders, Shaka in P4. But it looks like JD Bailey trying to stay up with Energy Jet. With them both being in the same pits, they can't pit at the same time, so we shall see what happens. Filippo still on the back of Shaka. Maybe trying to stay up. Shaka trying to pull in the gap towards Stevie now. Andres again behind Filippo. Everyone pretty much from there on. Pretty close. Villeneuve struggling on the mediums. Deezer still ghosted. So we'll see what this battle is between the top two. Shaka is now within a second of Stevie. Look at this camera angle from the helicopter. Beautifully taken of that Red Bull car. Down in the 14 and 15 now. Over the yellow curbs. So he does have ERS. Or ERS and DRS ahead of Andres. He does have 30% more ERS as well. JD Bailey looks like as well. There's too many battles going on for me to see. He just left the session, but looks like he does have DRS. JD Bailey is using DRS but no ERS. Shaka with the fastest lap with the 18.9. ERS and DRS open. Stevie has no ERS with the red light blinking in the back. Easy pass against the Ferrari into turn 1. Nothing the Ferrari can do about that. Just does not have the ERS to play nor DRS. So let's see if Shaka can catch up. 2 seconds to the front pairing. But looks like Filippo, there's a big crash of a Haas and the Mercedes of Filippo. I'm not sure what happened there. There's a Filippo, I think, does have front wing damage. He was going slow through there, so I'm not sure. I cannot tell. What happened? Is there damage on the Haas car of Andres? It doesn't seem to be. But it just given Villeneuve a couple more positions, same with Sweet Blues, but I'm not sure what happened there because there's too many fights out in front. But back into the front pairing now. Shaka's not really gaining any time, still 2.1 seconds behind. Matt's 4 seconds, so something did happen in that midfield. JD Bailey, let's see if he opens the ERS. He does not open any ERS surprisingly, so I think he wants to stay behind Energy Jet. Energy Jet has 56 with JD Bailey on 90%, so he could make the pass. He is still too far back, catches 2/10. brakes early, doesn't want to go in the back of him. The front two pairing are really trying to get ahead of each other. Can Energy Jet get his third win, or can JD Bailey get his first win of the season? Shaka 2.5, so he's losing time to the front pairing. So it looks like Felipe's in the pits for a wing change on the medium tires. Sweet Blues behind Man now. I think this would probably be the next pass. Oh, it looks like Stevie is close to Shaka. I think Shaka, I don't think he's made a mistake actually. He's just really close. So these two drivers, Shaka's got a 3-second time penalty already in the 5th lap. I think he just went through there on Piratello, so that will bite him later in the race. He does go over the yellow curb, so he does lose the back end. So he is struggling at the moment. Stevie with only 22% ERS. I mean, 37. He's gone wide again. He's struggling with some understeer in this race. I'm not getting any gaps anymore. For some reason, so we're just gonna have to deal with it. The Ferrari dropping back slightly. Maybe Mats can go make a move. Wait, Mats already made a move. Oh no, never mind. He didn't. So 8 tenths. No ERS. Just using DRS now. Front two still in the league of their own right now. Jet bringing along Bailey. Sweet Blues catching the Mats right now, but not really getting past them at all. Chaka already a 3-second penalty. This is really early in the race. This is going to bite him later if he keeps getting more penalties. So JD Bailey currently 5 tenths behind his teammate. My voice is really going. Really catching. Oh, and it looks like he's going to go for the move. JD Bailey's gone past through uphill into Piratello. That's not Piratello. Oh, and they touch of Energy Jet's front wing. Does that give him any damage? I'm not sure. JD Bailey was slow on the exit. Going down into Ravazza now of 17-18. Is there any damage on Energy Jet's car? He looks like he's going through that corner fine. Shaka, another 3-second penalty within another lap. It looks like no damage, but it looks like he might be lining up for a pass. He does have 60% ERS. So JD Bailey is using ERS, but Bailey's not using any, or just not using any. He gets close, but looks like he wants to stay behind now, save some ERS. Stevie already behind Shaka now. Shaka really needs to watch those track limits because he's already 6 seconds in 7 laps. That is not good. Oh, Sweet Blues has got past Mats as well. I think Mats just didn't have a good run through the corner, so did get past. Villeneuve still in the medium tires. Hopefully his strategy can work out later in the race. But yeah, so it looks like Energy Jet did lose some time. Stevie isn't saving his ERS enough to get past Chaka by the looks of things. Jet now 7 tenths behind Bailey. Across these curbs, he might have got a warning for that, I'm not sure. Don't really want to be getting warnings early on in this race. It won't help your case later. He is a second, so Bailey is pushing out. He's not using much ERS, they're both pretty much equal ERS now, so Will Jacob uses ERS along with his DRS. He is. JD Bailey's not using any ERS, he's not using too much of his ERS, so he's just got to catch up to DRS. But isn't going to make a move. Stevie just can't get a good exit at 17-18. Looks like Shaka's out of ERS. Yeah, he is by the end of that straight. It's only been 8 laps. So much has happened. Looks like Andreas is in the pits. Will he go on the hard? Is he 2-stopping? We will see. Looks like the medium tires. It is the medium tires. Will he get out ahead of Filippo though? This is quite a long pit lane. It looks like Filippo might get ahead of Andreas. He will by the end of the pit lane. It looks like the two AlphaTauris are in front again still over these curbs. JD Bailey does go wide. Does compromise his exit a bit. Stevie still gets so close to Shaka but cannot get any closer to him at all. 4 tenths behind now is the gap between the top two pair. Down to 17-18. Will Energy Jet go for a move? I think he might as well. No ERS. ERS by Billy, no ERS by Jet, so it looks like he's ERS saving at the moment is Jet and waiting to punch it later on. Down in the turn 1, he gets close but not close enough for a move. Doesn't look like he will go for a move. Stevie, again, not close enough, so there's two separate battles right there between the top 4. But 6/10 Jet is behind Billy. My voice is really going. It's only been 9 laps of the race. Downhill is a double right-hander. Does he take this double right-hander flat though? He does. Okay, that's good to know. Still, yet so close so far. Shaka again, a really terrible exit out of Aqua Minerale through 14-15. Stevie gets close but not close enough. So again, can Energy Jet do something to get past JD Bailey or no? There's yellow flags, but it looks like it's for Deezer, who's just slow, I think. He's just gone wide. Yeah. Don't know what's happened there. Bailey and Jet going into turn 1 now. So it looks like Jet's on 71%. Jet is on 76%. 76% ERS. 3/10 behind Bailey with only 30%. So strategy looks like it's working for Energy Jet. Yet Stevie still cannot get past Jaka at all. Looks like Stevie got closer. I think a bad exit by Shaka there again. Double right-hander now. Shaka still no ERS. Uphill chicane. At the moment, JD Bailey on course to get his first win. I think because there's nothing happening at the moment. We'll check. Some warnings. So no warnings. So one warning right there for Energy Jet. Chaka on the verge of another warning for another penalty. Well, there we go. As I say, he's on a 9-second penalty at the moment. So that will drop him down. The P4 Stevie pits now into the race. I think he will go for hard tires. I think what Energy Jet's doing is trying to go save ERS for an overcut on his teammate JD Bailey. So hard tires for Stevie. I think he'll take that to the end of the race. Let's see what Shaka can do on older tires. Energy Jet staying as close as he can. I think JD Bailey will make the first move into the pits, but Energy Jet will use all of his ERS to try and hit the overcut. So Sweet Blues as well goes into the pits for hard tires. The Piratello now both watching out for track limits. They don't want to exceed track limits at all. Uphill. JD Bailey does go wide, does compromise his exit over those yellow bumps. Now the gap is under 5/10. Over 14-15 curbs. Will JD Bailey pit now? Will he not? Will Shaka pit now? Because Stevie might undercut him. We will see. Will JD Bailey pit? We will see. Right now, he does not dive into the pits. So it looks like Energy Jet is starting to use a lot of his ERS. Bailey's got no ERS left. Energy Jet looks like he's going to go for the move now into turn 1. Will he make the move? He's just lifted right there because he doesn't want to make the move, and he knows he doesn't want to make the move. Yellow flags ahead of them. Shaka would... Never mind, he already had the fastest lap. Shaka's still in the pits. Energy Jet is backing out, so he's not trying to pass. He's trying to save ERS, trying to save his tires. To maybe go for an overcut. I don't think he's going to pull the trigger this early. Ahead of JD Bailey. But we will see. I could be wrong. Stevie, his lap times... I'm not sure how long a pit stop is around here. It is a relatively long pit lane, so... Oh, that's wide by Energy Jet. That's not going to save his case at all. He's going to just lose time. He's out of the DRS range now of JD Bailey. So that is going to compromise the pit stop. I think JD Bailey is going to pit now after that mistake of Jacob trying to use all of his ERS to catch back up. He's in the DRS range again because JD Bailey just does not have any ERS. I think JD Bailey might pit now. He is quite wide. So I think both people are struggling with tire wear. He does dive in the pit. So it looks like a push stop for Energy Jet now. So we will see, can Energy Jet overcut him, or will the undercut of JD Bailey be perfect? He's going into the pits now. Okay. He's put on medium tires. So will he take those medium tires till the end of the race? So Energy Jet now pushing as hard as he can. Down into Tosa hairpin. He is pretty much equaled his best first sector time in the race. Uphill now into Piratello. Downhill keeps it on track, pushing as hard as he can. JD Bailey does come out P4 in relatively clean air. Yellow flags again for Deezer for some odd reason again. So he blews a 3-second time penalty now into turns 14, 15. Over the yellow bumps. That might be a warning by Jet there, by the looks of things. Downhill now, he's not using any ERS, so I think JD Bailey is catching to him slowly. I don't think this pace is strong enough. I think he's trying to extend the soft tires then to maybe last the medium tires. I don't think he's going to pit now. He is pitting. So will JD Bailey get ahead of him? He's coming through turns 14 and 15 now. So it looks like Shaka is currently now leading the race on soft tires. Still has not made a pit stop. Stevie 6 seconds behind him. So Energy Jet is now on medium tires. So I think both people are trying to run the one-stop strategy to the end on medium tires. Not using any ERS, JD Bailey. Who's going to come out in front? JD Bailey's coming in a racing speed. JD Bailey does get the lead, get the race net lead back ahead of Energy Jet. So Jacob didn't do enough there to catch Balgos. He ended up losing 8/10 from the start of the pit stop to now. So I think he could have used a lot more ERS to knowing he was going to pit now. But yes, these are his first 3-second penalty, but he's already a lap down, 14 laps into the race. Villeneuve uphill, starting on these medium tires. So considering Bailey and Jacob is only doing a one stop now in mediums, I think he might go into soft towards the end of the race. Is Shaka going to pit now? He's already a 9-second penalty, so he might survive in the pit stop. He will. And Stevie in P5. Shaka, a 5-second penalty. That's 14 seconds already by Shaka. That's going to drop him down a lot by the end of this race. Jet is now trying to catch up to Shaka. Or Bailey, sorry. Currently their first laps on their tires. So JD Bailey now within that 1/10 of Jet now within that 1/10 of JD Bailey. Shaka is behind Stevie by 2 seconds now, so the undercover Stevie did work into his favor, but Shaka is on quicker tires. But realistically, he's got a 14-second penalty, so he takes 14, he drops 7, 8 plus 4, he drops P8 with a 14-second penalty realistically. But Energy Jet now is back within the DRS range of Bailey. Let's see what these two can do. My voice is dying. But going into the first quarter now, Energy Jet 6/10 behind with a fastest lap of 17.9. Will he catch? He is using a lot of DRS. He is lifting on the straight, so it looks like he wants to conserve his tires, conserve his energy. and not get past them. They're both on the same amount of ERS, so I think Jet might have to push him a bit harder to make him use a bit more ERS to maybe defend the position. It looks like hard tactic from the front, from the net. First two, Villeneuve still out in the lead on the old medium tires, but looks like Shaka has caught up already to Stevie on the medium tires. Oh, it's a bit wide there from Shaka. Loses the back end a bit, going down into 2 turns now. He's really close. Will he make a move down in the 14 and 15? He does not. Stevie, Shaka knows Stevie has no ERS right now. That is a hard quarter cut and a half. What is that? And gains a place. That might be going to the stewards for that. But another 3 seconds. That's 17 seconds. He was all over the yellow curbs. I don't know if that's legal, but in my book that isn't. But he did get 3 seconds, so yeah. So Energy Jet again 5/10 behind. So it looks like the front two, pretty much the front two now. 16 laps for Villeneuve now. Miles off the circuit Shaka was. I'm just surprised. A bit wide there by Energy Jet. But yeah, 1/10 now. So he is starting to drop back a bit. I think JD Billy is trying to extend that gap so he doesn't have DRS. These are another 3 seconds. I think that's his AI racing at this point. I'm not even sure anymore. Yellow flag. That's Deezer again. My days. So 9/10 now between pretty much the net race leaders. Villeneuve still going strong. Go him. On the old medium tires. He's getting caught up. I think he'll drop back maybe to Filippo by the end of this race. I think Filippo has to make another stop actually. So 33% by JD Bailey and by Energy Jet 63. So he is saving ERS, saving those tires, maybe make a last lap push. So we will see. Sweep loses another 3 seconds, so he's up to 6 seconds now. So yeah, I think this is pretty much the closest battle on track right now. Yeah, my voice is dying. Oh. Okay, well anyways. So I can't remember corner names around this track at all. Down into Variante Alta. They can start to see Villeneuve by the looks of things. In front of them, yeah, JD Billy certainly can. Energy Jet still, I don't think he'll make the move at all. Clips the curbs beautifully through these 2 corners. On the straight now, opens the DRS. He does use a bit of ERS, but doesn't want to use all of it. JD Bailey's only 30%, so Jacob does have double the amount of ERS. Going to just stay behind him now, just to not go in the back of him. We'll see. Oh, they're really close now. Nah, he's not going to make the move. So by the looks of things, there's 2 warnings by JD Bailey and only 1 warning by Energy Jet. So this can come into play for Jacob towards the end of the race. And if JD Bailey gets 1 more penalty, maybe he goes wide here, pillar teller right now. He does not, keeping it well within track limits. They're probably, over those yellow curbs, made the car unstable more again over those yellow curbs. But looks like he is fine. Down in the 14-15. Both drivers close as can be to each other. JD Bailey trying to get into the slipstream of Villeneuve ahead, but is still not close enough yet. So it looks like Villeneuve is into the pit, so I think he's going on the soft tires now. JD, Energy Jet's staying on the slipstream, so he just doesn't pass him. He does go for the pass. Oh, and he does go for the pass. And for absolute move, using some of his ERS and his DRS, so it looks like the lead has swapped positions now. Energy Jet try to push away from him now. He doesn't use an ERS, so I don't think so. But Energy Jet looks a lot quicker right now in the clean air, ahead of Shaka. Getting all these names wrong. Jacob ahead of Jet. We will see coming back into the next DRS and see what it is. Villeneuve, let's see if we can hit some good pace on these soft tires. Maybe get up to you probably get P5 maybe by the end of the race if his pace is good enough. Going into the uphill section. Both drivers close as can be, within a second. Wow, and it's a Drake off. Has just retired, I think, and it brings out a safety car, and that messes up everything in the grid. Like one car crash, and that's a safety car. So everyone slows down to the deltas. What are these two drivers going to do? Because they both are in the same team. So who's going to make a move? They're both going into the pit, so he knows he's going to get held up. We will see what happens. Let's see what tires both these. I think they're both going to go in softs. There's no way they don't. Shaka into the pits. Stevie into the pits. I think go into the pits. Villeneuve, I think the only one will not go into the pits. I think he actually might gain a couple positions by having not stopped. So it looks like top two on softs. Jacob on softs, Bailey on softs, Stevie, Shaka on mediums. Villeneuve stays out on softs, so this is, and he's in the P3 or P2. That's just made JD Bailey's life a lot more harder now. Jet is in P1, Bailey P3. This safety car has played well into Villeneuve's hands and getting past everyone in the safety car. He could be up for contention for the race win. At this point, because that huge stop before the safety car and now getting ahead of everyone, he just got ahead of JD Bailey. He's just jumped 8 places, 7 places. So now top 4, Jet, Villeneuve, Bailey, Chaka P5, but this, I think Chaka will probably finish last ahead of Deezer because of that 14-second penalty. I think he is on now. Oh, he's 12, so he did serve some in the pits, I think. But this safety car played beautifully in the Ferrari of Villeneuve's hands. Stevie, P6 now. Sweet Blues P7. I'm surprised Chaka's on mediums. I don't think he's another set of softs to go on. Well, fresh enough. Or he's hoping the softs die out quickly enough so that his medium tires can go ahead. But I don't think that will be the case. That just spiced up the race a lot. Looks like Shaka's into the pits again, so I think he did make an error with the pit stop. Now he's putting on soft tires, but he's just lost track position and has to get past. He was in where? P4? He just dropped 4 positions. So I think this is a strategic mistake by the Red Bull driver of our championship leader. This could bring Villeneuve, or not Villeneuve, Bailey gets 18, Chaka gets 4. 1, 2, 4. So he does catch 14 points. So we'll be 11 points behind the championship leader, but Jet will get a handful of positions or points in this race now. Jacob is currently P8 in the championship. With this win, this will bring him, if I can do quick miles in my head, 8, 10, 11. He's 13 behind his teammate. So he'll end up, I think, going third in the championship. No, he won't, because Stevie's. I have no clue. He might go third or fourth in the championship right now. Couple points behind JD Bailey, but we'll see what JD Bailey can do. Can he get past Villeneuve relatively quickly at the start of this race? Or will Villeneuve get past Jed, maybe go for the race win? But safety car is in this lap. Shaka now back on into the back of the field now. So we will see. I think he might have maybe served a penalty in the pits. Has he? No, he didn't. Okay, so we'll see. When will Energy Jet go? We'll look on Bailey's point of view. Oh, they all get really close. Jet looks like he's gone. Villeneuve is gone as well. Everyone's using all their ERS. Green flag racing. Looks like Villeneuve might go for a move on Energy Jet. No, he's not. He's just too far back. Same with Bailey and Stevie. No real. JD Bailey does get his first 3 seconds, so that's going to hurt him towards the end of the race. DJ gets a 3-second batch. Not really what we're worrying about. I think Jet might have won this race now. He's all over those yellow curbs. He's struggling to get past Villeneuve. I think the stress of being in third place now and struggling to get past Deezer now, or get past Villeneuve. And Energy Jet is just pulling away. If JDB has any chance of winning this race, he has to get past Villeneuve on this lap and catch Energy Jet. But looks like Shaka got past Filippo, currently P7. JD coming across turns 14, 15, downhill into Ravazza now. Energy Jet flying right now. Shaka another 3 seconds, that brings up to P15. JD Bailey nowhere near the back. He needs DRS to get past him. Sweet Blues pretty close behind Stevie. Looks like they both have Stevie. Energy Jet with a 17.3 fastest lap of the race, so that was a hard push lap. Sweet Blues using all of his ERS. Not in the slipstream of Stevie. Struggles to get past, so I think Stevie is running lower wings to just be fast on the straights. JD Bailey still struggling to get past Villeneuve. Villeneuve is really going strong. This could be a great podium by third place in the championship. And if he does, he will get ahead of JD Bailey. He's currently second in the standings. He will, because there's a 1 point difference between both of them, and Villeneuve's coming second, so he'll be 2 points ahead by the end of this race. This is a strong battle for P2 right now. Like 4 drivers are within a couple seconds of each other. Shaka dropped back down to P8. He is miles away. I'm not sure. I think he's had a spin. He's really far back now behind he's just gone wide. I'm not sure what he is doing, our championship leader. But JD Bailey now, right on the back of Villeneuve. There is only one DRS straight on this circuit, so you gotta make the most of it. But there is no DRS yet. Both drivers are using ERS. DRS now enabled this lap. They won't have any DRS here though, but he is getting a lot of time, not using any ERS. JD Bailey goes side by side with the Ferrari of Villeneuve. Goes in the first corner ahead of the Ferrari. So, can JD Bailey claw back this deficit of 2.8 seconds or not by the end of this race? 8 laps remaining, including this one. Looks like a 1-2 currently for the AlphaTauris, 3-4 for the Ferraris. Maybe Stevie will try and get ahead of his teammate. They're all close within the championship as well. Sweet Blues just hanging on to the back of this train. Villeneuve Bailey trying to extend this gap ahead of Villeneuve right now, but we will see when the DRS is enabled if they can catch. Yellow flags again. I don't know what. Yeah, I don't want to ask. Okay, so it looks like Bailey is out of the DRS range of Villeneuve, so he is on clawing back his deficit to JD Bailey. Stevie now with the ERS, can he get past his Ferrari teammate? He does have no ERS. That's something I've noticed with Stevie's driving style. He likes to use a lot of the ERS. JD Bailey with the fastest lap of 17.0. DRS and ERS going to make a move. down the inside, around the outside, sorry. Into turn 1, Chaco with a 69 now. Sweet Blues looking at the back of the Ferrari now, seeing it get a better line, maybe not. Villeneuve dropping something, Stevie into the podium positions, going through 5 and 6. Can he catch back up to JD Bailey? JD Bailey isn't catching as much as he would like to by the end of this race. Oh, my voice is dying. Villeneuve now behind him. I think Sweet Blues as well. There's something about Stevie's driving style. It just uses a lot of ERS. I'm sensing a move by Villeneuve on his teammate again, due to the lack of ERS from his teammate. But we'll see. Going down into Ravazza now. Turn 17, turn 18, 3 tenths, 2 tenths between the Ferrari drivers. Could Sweet Blues maybe make something out of this? Over those yellow curbs of the second Ferrari driver. Now, going on to the main straight now, DRS. ERS is going. Stevie doesn't have any ERS to defend on this position. Sweet Blues is trying to do what he can. Going down the inside. Will he go down for the move? No, he won't. Sweet Blues as well. Bringing early to maybe Filippo's catching on to the back of this battle. Sweet Blues. Still, maybe, I think Sweet Blues can get a put him here if he can get past these two drivers in the last couple of laps. But we will see. Villeneuve trying to sort something out. There are yellow flags behind as these are again going on to the gravel. These 4 drivers, Filippo's not into the mix after all this battling. Currently 2 seconds between the 4 drivers. Filippo just needs to hang on to DRS and Sweet Blues and he can catch up right immediately. But it looks like Sweet Blues is going for... might be going for a move now. On Sweet Blues. We could just keep the right side, or the left side, not the right side. But into Ravazza, 17, 18. He's got a bit of ERS, got a bit of DRS. Stevie, a 3-second penalty by Stevie, so that will drop him behind. He will lose his podium position. But it looks like Sweet Blues, ERS, DRS open, trying to get a slipstream off. Stevie breaks early, make sure, and is being careful not to run into the back of Villeneuve. Villeneuve is going slow though. Maybe will he make a move into turn 5? It's a hard corner to make a move. He does not, by the looks of things. He goes slow and he hits in the side of Villeneuve and he's run into the wall. And he's backward and he just lost his front wing and he's backward into the gravel. Hits in the side of Villeneuve. Is that a VSC is out now because of that? So it looks like Sweet Blues, no front wing, just hits in the side. I think Sweet Blues took that corner a bit fast and wasn't expecting Villeneuve to go that slow into the corner, but I mean, that's one less person to worry about for Villeneuve. But yeah, what a surprise. Wait, JD Bailey's 6 tenths already behind Jet. When has this happened? Bailey's caught up a massive deficit, but he still has 3 seconds. 3 seconds to catch, so will he make a move into the first corner? Jet has 65. JD Bailey has 40% ERS. Down into the main straight now, into turn 1. Will he try and get past this lap? He won't. He is lifting, so he does want to save ERS, but he doesn't have much time for it because he does have a 3 second if he wants to pull away the gap. Villeneuve lost 2 seconds behind Stevie now. Sweet Blues into the pits, 5 seconds for being in the pit lane. That is so unlucky for Sweet Blues. He was on for massive points. Sadly not. Filippo is 8 tenths now behind Villeneuve. Will Jet get another? Jet kept it clean. Amazing by Jet. Only 1 warning at the moment. So Energy Jet needs to pull a Yarno up me out of here because he is not going to pull out ahead of him. He is not going to pull out ahead of Energy Jet. He's already dropped back to second, down into the DRS detection point. He does not have DRS. He is outside of the DRS range, so Energy Jet safe on this lap. Maybe Filippo again, not within the 1 second. Mats, Filippo 3 second penalty. So I think that will drop him back down into P6. Mats going for a move on Filippo. No. Down into turn 2. They get pretty close. But they both get through cleanly. Mats with no ERS by the looks of things. Down into 5 and 6. JD Bailey now. 1.1 seconds behind. 3 laps left. Mats 9/10 behind Villeneuve. Villeneuve struggling to keep the pace now. Down into Peritello. Peritello, isn't it? Yeah. Oh well. So JB back into the DRS. Maybe not just flirting inside and outside of it. But we will see. Down in the DRS detection point. Will not get any DRS from his teammate ahead, from Jacob. Filippo though, 5/10 behind Matt. Will he make a move? Filippo does have the ERS to make the move, so we will see. Will he activate ERS? He does not. Turns on his DRS. He's still too far back. Oh, and Shaka's in P7 already, our championship leader, trying to regain as much as he can. I think he will finish P7 though. Oh, Filippo loses the back end. Will Shaka go for a move? Doesn't have the DRS or ERS to make the pass. Down in the 5-6. Is still behind him. I think he might make a move at the Tosa hairpin. He does have a look, but he does keep it safe. Backside of it, knows he might make a crash. He needs to salvage his championship as much as he can, considering Jaylee Bailey's going to catch up a huge haul of points. Same with Jacob. But yeah, down into the double right-hander now. Sweet Blues is backwards. I think he's just gone wide. How this race has gone from bad to worse for Sweet Blues. Has he lost a wing? He has lost a wing. So that's just not his good race, and he's spent in the pit lane as well, so that his race is not going to help. In terms of penalties, Chuck is 21 seconds. So Stevie's under the 3 seconds. We'll make the 24 for Shaka. Is under the 3 seconds of his teammate, so I think he might keep the podium position, but we will see onto the final lap of the race. Will our championship leader make any moves? Filippo looking on the inside of Matt into turn 2, over those hard yellow bumps. These drivers are getting really close. Villeneuve only 3.1, they are very close. Stevie better not get another penalty. Looks like Shaka maybe looking at the Tosa hairpin. He does not at the moment. Matt's behind Villeneuve, but looks like, I think, just due to no. Oh, Shaka does lose it! He is in the wall! And he is backwards! This is hard. Lucky not to DNF. He did just lose the car. I'm not sure what happened. I think he just did go a tiny bit wide. I think just getting loose on the exit curbs. But yes. But looking, Energy Jet, Jacob, coming around the start finish right now to win the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, and JD Bailey does come P2 with a 3 second. Stevie does have another 3 seconds, finishes P3, 4 tenths ahead of his teammate with the 3 second, so he does get onto the podium positions of Stevie. Villeneuve P4, Matt's P5. Matt's spun over across the start finish straight. Filippo P6. Championship leader P7 after the last lap spin. Sweet Blues coming across the line to finish P8. And these are P9. Andres, I don't know if you got points for DNFing, but yeah, Energy Jet. What a race by him, I think. Didn't get any warnings. Great pit stop. It was a great move by Villeneuve as well to get into P2, and JD Beatty just struggled, which helped. energy jet just to get ahead of him. But yeah, our championship leader got on the grass outside the Piratella, got loose and just went into the wall, especially in the final lap of the Grand Prix. But round of applause to Jacob. Driver of the day is Villeneuve, after starting pretty much at the back of the grid, nearly getting a podium, 4/10 off the podium, with a great strategy, with luck of the safety car. Looks like an AlphaTauri, 1-2, Ferrari 3 and 4. As we look into the podium now. Huge points for Jacob, I think, which will move him ahead of his teammate. Actually, no, that won't. It'll get him 6 points behind his teammate. So it looks like AlphaTauri, 1-2 AlphaTauri, 3-4 of the Ferrari, Jet Bailey P1, P2, Stevie P3, Villeneuve P4, Mats 5, Filippo 6, Championship leader P7 with the fastest lap of a 16.9. Sweet Blues, unlucky race by him. He could have scored massive points in this race. P8, Deezer P9, Andreas P10, who is our only DNF. So Andreas won't get any points for that at all in this race, because I think he retired really early on in this race. Only 6 drivers getting penalties, 3 of them not getting penalties, but well done to the top 3, and I have to say that was a pretty exciting race. But that is the end of this race. Tune in later. I think F4 is going to start soon. So yeah.